Brilliance Audio presents Claiming Sarah by Susan Stoker. Performed by Aaron Bennett. I seriously don't have time for this shit. Sarah winced, but kept her eyes on her purse sitting in her lap. She was exhausted after a grueling 12-hour shift, but hadn't even considered calling off the meeting. She needed this. She'd come into the rock-hard gym right on time and told the receptionist who she was and that she had an appointment with Cole Johnson. The young woman had looked surprised but told her to take a seat and she'd go talk to the man. Sarah had sat on a surprisingly comfortable chair in the lobby of the gym as the receptionist walked past her, partway down a hallway to the left of the lobby, and entered an office. She'd closed the door, but it didn't latch, making it easy for Sarah to hear the conversation between the woman and Cole. Is Trina around? Can she take this for me? You said she could leave early today, remember? It's her birthday, and her boyfriend wanted to take her out. Damn, that's right. Where's the schedule? Last I saw it, it was on the corner of your desk, but that was about 5 pounds of papers ago. Sarah heard the humor in the college-aged woman's tone, but couldn't even muster enough energy to smile. The weight of the world seemed to be sitting on Sarah's shoulders, and she wasn't sure she could keep up her usual sunny disposition. The man she had an appointment with and the receptionist continued speaking. God, this place is a mess. How long is her appointment supposed to be for? I think it's scheduled for an hour. Damn, I literally don't have an hour. I have an interview in 30 minutes. The receptionist must have given him a reproachful look because Cole said defensively, Hey, I thought I was free. And besides, he couldn't come in until now because of his other part-time job. What do you want me to tell her? Tell her I had an emergency come up and see if she can reschedule. Sarah had heard enough. The last thing she wanted was to be a burden to anyone. But she also wasn't going to sit around any longer and listen to this guy make up excuses and lies for why he didn't want to keep their appointment. In order to prevent the poor receptionist from having to lie to her, Sarah quietly stood and headed for the front door of the gym. It was probably for the best anyway. It was getting dark outside, and she hated to be out and about after the sun went down. She didn't feel safe. Not that she felt particularly safe any time of day anymore. She was pushing open the doors when she heard the receptionist call out her name. For once, Sarah didn't bother to be polite. She kept going without turning around. Castle Rock, Colorado, was a pretty small town. The downtown area was eclectic and welcoming. There was a park at one end and a small Italian restaurant she'd heard wonderful things about. A coffee shop was across from Rockhard Gym, and there was a bar called Rock and Roll a few spaces down as well. Several other independently owned stores made up the rest of the downtown area. Looking around, Sarah didn't see anyone lurking about. She took out her keychain and hooked her middle and pointer fingers through the eye holes in the cute metal cat head. The pointed ears stuck out and would seriously hurt anyone who tried to grab her as she made her way to her car. One of the nurses at the hospital had the self-defense tool on her own keychain, and Sarah had ordered it the same day she'd seen it. Hating that she felt so vulnerable and unsure, she never used to feel this way all the time, Sarah picked up her pace as she hurried toward the parking lot at the end of the block. Even though it wasn't quite dark yet, the overhead lights illuminated the sidewalk. Every step felt as if she were walking through molasses. She was exhausted after working all day and wanted nothing more than to climb into her bed and sleep for 8 hours straight.